Okay, I think we're ready. Everything seems to be on. All right, let's jump into things. So we're on our second part. In the first part, we made it to Ishgard, where we asked for asylum, and we're instantly given it on the condition that we are not moochers. And so we did some work with one of the count's sons, and we are going to work with the other son now. And that might be all we do today. But that's not quite it. When we went to help his son, Amanalaine, he got kidnapped by some beast tribe in the Sea of Clouds, known as the Vanu Vanu. They're these big bird people. And then after that, they showed us their primal, the Bismarck, the flying whale, which was traumatic to say the least. And then after we saved him, we came back here. So now we're going to help the other son, Arturo, over the wall. Let us begin anew, Master Blyson. I am Sir Arturo de Forton, eldest son of Count Edmond de Forton. You will forgive me my outburst, I hope. I meant no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. Honchford has spoken of you often. If you are even half of the man he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then, we will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of House Durandare and Datamel. You are aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it. Aye. Well, suffice it to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See, and that we set aside our differences at this crucial juncture, but we shall speak more of that anon. First, we must need secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo stables in Foundation. Alright. Since we're going by the Sky Steel Factory, I remember how fun it was that one of the things added to this one was gun when it first came out. Greetings, Master Blyson. I've saddled a black chocobo for your journey to the Western Highlands, as per Lord Artorial's instruction. Will this be your first time riding a black chocobo, may I ask? If so, you're in for a treat. As I dare say you know, this particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, they can carry you quite high, too, even over Snowcloak. You won't need worry about directing the bird, of course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by herself, so just relax and enjoy the view. Oh, but be sure you not to relax your grip, will you? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please. I forgot that this expansion introduced black chocobos as well.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity. Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim. To the hamlet of Falcon's Nest. Once abandoned, now freed of its pall of snow and ash, he came.
The world looks different when viewed from the back of an airborne chocobo, does it not? I still find the experience quite liberating. To business. Sir Redwald is in charge here. He should be expecting us. It's been far, far too long, Lord Artorial. And who might your companion be? Pray forgive us our lateness, Sir Redwald. I present to you Drake Blyson, Ward of House Forton. Ah, yes, of course. Lord Drillmont spoke of you. I, Sir Redwald of House Durandare, do bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest. I am definitely saying their name wrong, probably. We are both eager to contribute to the settlement's restoration. How may we be of service? Before we speak of that, would I be correct in assuming that Master Blyson is unfamiliar with our recent history? Then, with your permission, I shall recount the tale on his benefit. As you may know, Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights and some few villagers, and then came the calamity. When it became clear that the snow would not stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlement, and the entirety of the Western Highlands, were to be abandoned. Abandoned to the heretics. Lady Iceheart and her kind have walked these lands with impunity ever since. Aye, but no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and the expulsion of those heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is key to accomplishing these objectives, but as you can see, rebuilding the hamlet will be no small undertaking. Our craftsmen require support and protection. Any assistance you can offer would be greatly appreciated. As promised, we of House Forton are at your disposal, Sir Redwald. You need not but tell us where to begin. Work in progress. Several craftsmen in service to House Dismal are contributing to the restoration of Falcon's Nest. Those men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, and their progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Roth, their foreman, tells me he has need of a man with your talents. Would you be so kind as to seek him out? Yes, I'm Roth. And who might you be? Ah, the promised help. Glad to have you aboard. I've the honor of overseeing this fine mess you've seen before you. Sent me over on one of them black birds, same as you, to build and mend and tell others how to build and mend. But fury take me, this ice. It's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. It's icicle sprites, I tell you. Mark my words. There's pockets of them here and there just waiting for me to turn my back so they can sneak out and do their dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to it. If you stand watch long enough, you're sure to find them. Alright. So there's ice sprites freezing the foundation. Also, I've realized that I went to a new game, and I don't know if the balancing is correct. Is the game, compared to me, loud enough you can hear the game and me? But me over the game? Why did I sprint? Okay, good. I knew there were some changes I said I was going to make at the end of last stream, but I have spent all free time playing Zelda, so I have not. I'm going to be playing this a little bit more because the new patch comes out on Tuesday, and so that's hype. The minimap says it's somewhere over here. Ah, how did I not see that? Whoa, wait, what? I never knew Midgardsormr did that. I didn't know he'd just chill on your shoulder. I just noticed it while I was running. If this has been a thing since like 2015 when that first came, then I'm embarrassed that I just now found that. I wonder how you trigger it. Oh, see, there he goes again. It's kind of humbling having the god of dragons on your shoulder. Ha! Now there's a man that looks like he's found his marks. You're just the sort we need around here. The kind that'll hop to when when he sees a task undone. First and foremost, you're a dab hand at Warcraft, I can tell. Not that I've had any skills at arms to speak of, mind, but it doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. Be a waste to keep you to myself when there's others out there who need, same as me. So if you're keen to keep on doing what you've done, I'd ask you to head north to the Pike, the bloody huge statue out in the waste. If you've never been. Mason by the name of Theramont is there tending to the thing. Good man, Theramont, but I reckon he's taken too much work for one. Might be that there's something you can do to help him. See, now I think I'm at a state where I'm trying too hard to read well, and I'm psyching myself out. We're gonna just casually walk past this fate. Don't worry about this guy's being attacked by wolves. They'll be fine. Probably. See, and this is my least favorite area in this expansion, just because the snow is pretty and stuff, but man, it is droll looking compared to other places. Here's Theramont. Hail to you, traveler. What brings you out this way? Foreman Roth bid you assist me? Well, far be it from me to turn him down a helping hand. I've been tasked with the restoration of this sculpture. 5 years of neglect have not been kind to it, to say the least. Fortunately, I've just a thing for it. Rather, those deep eyes have it. If you could slay 3 and bring me their bristles, I would be in your debt. Alright. There's 3 right there. 1. Oh. See, I'm actually surprised I can't one-shot him. We'll bring them all together and then jump on them. There you are. Have you the bristles? Ah, feel how coarse that is? That's why they're perfect for scrubbing the soot from the statue. Beautiful, isn't it? The spitting image of Haldrath, first of the Azure Dragoons, and one of Ishgard's founding fathers. A symbol of everything Dravanians despise, which is why we're taken to searing it with the dragon fire every time they pass by. But no longer will we suffer the desecration of our nation's heroes. Soon the statue will be as it once was, a proud, shining testament to the determination of Ishgard, and a message to the heretics that we have returned. The work may be hard, and the conditions harsh, but as a proud Ishgardian, I could ask for no greater honor. Very patriotic fellow. From on high. Are you for Falcon's Nest? If so, I have a favor to ask. There's this knight, Sir... oh my god. Ysaldor, is how I'm going to say that. Stationed at the anvil to the west of here. She's always treated me with kindness and respect, more than I deserve, to be honest. Any road, while you were away, she came through on patrol, and I think she might have left a package behind. It's a bit of a detour, but would you mind returning it to her? My thanks to you, friend. I always thought it was kind of funny that when a new expansion comes by, You know, we've gone from saving Eorzea to being an errand boy again, basically. Oh. Yeah, I cheated a little bit there. And I'm going to cheat a little bit here, too, because I took a wrong turn. There we go. Wait, no, I didn't. I just didn't walk to it. Snow Kobo. That's great. What's that? A package? I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about. Confounded, that fool of a... What a waste. It was a gift, adventurer. Theramont labors day and night without regard for his own well-being. At the very least, he ought to try to eat better. Why not simply give it to him? By the Fury, have you no sense of decorum? A high-born knight cannot be seen favoring a low-born mason in such a manner. Nevertheless, I appreciate your concern, as well as your willingness to assist Theramont. May your journey back to Falcon's Nest be safe and swift. Pray, give my regards to Sir Redwald. Oh, we're not going to Red... Oh, yeah. I must applaud your initiative, Master Blyson. Rolf tells me you've been quite busy. Alas, we have not the time to thank you properly. I have a task to which I would commit all able-bodied men and women, you and Lord Artorial included. Reconnaissance lost. Calm as ever, even when you must surely sense the gravity of the situation. A veteran through and through, just as Lord Dromont said. Good. We have lost contact with the reconnaissance party set north to River's Meet in search of the heretics' hideaway. Whether they were attacked or met with some other misfortune, we know not. But regardless of the cost, we must act quickly, for this is a harsh, unforgiving land which can claim, and has claimed, the lives of many men. To ensure we find our missing knights as quickly as possible, I have assigned each party a different area to search. You and Artorial will be working together. Seek him out when you are ready to depart, and good luck. It seems we have been assigned the area near Camp Riversmeet, Master Blyson. Lest you were unaware, the camp was one of many our knights were forced to abandon when we withdrew from the Korth's Western Highlands, one of the many sacrifices made in the wake of the calamity. 'Twould not surprise me if our knights took shelter there. There is but one way to find out. Let us be off. It's a bit of a trek, but we'll get there. At least the music is very calming. But, the sun almost never shines in this area. Which I know is the point. This place is supposed to be depressing, but... Alright. I was at the bottom of here. Are we gonna have to jump? No, we're not. There, below us, Camp Rivers meet, or what remains of it. I see no way to descend these cliffs safely from here. Should we fall, the beast below would make short work of us. Come, I know a path to the riverbed below, east of the Black Iron Bridge. Yes, keep in mind if you were playing the game normally, you would not be able to fly yet. We could get down there safely, but we gotta follow the rules in New Game Plus. If the reconnaissance party came this way, I see no sign of it. Still, it is possible that recent storms have obscured their trail, or that they took an alternate route to Camp Rivers Meet. Until we investigate the camp itself, we cannot be certain. We must press on. We are going to slide down here. There we go. Alright, we see an abandoned camp, except for him. Are you alright? I heard sounds of struggle. Thank the Fury. I thought no one would come. 3 heretics slain and 1 knight saved, just like that? You certainly live up to your reputation, Master Blyson. What happened, sir? Is there no one else? We were caught in a furious blizzard north of here, my lord. Not but white all around, until we saw shapes moving towards us, running towards us, with naked steel in their hands. I cut down a few of the bastards who came close, but the others... There was shouting and screaming, but after a while I could only hear unfamiliar voices. I found my way to the camp, hoping to hide while the storm passed. But the heretics tracked you here. My lord, the heretics' hideaway lies somewhere to the north. We must move quickly, before the snow buries all traces of their passing. For my brothers, we must... Have faith, sir. Justice will be done, but first we must see you to safety. At the end of our hope. He has the right of it, Master Blyson. Whatever remains of the heretics' trail will be gone with the next snowfall, but we cannot very well leave our friend here. I will see him to Falcon's Nest and gather reinforcements. In the meantime, I would have you search the area to the north of the camp for signs of the attack. Should you pick up on the heretics' trail, do not wait for me. Follow it back to their lair forthwith, being sure to leave me some clear footprints. I realize this plan may put you in considerable danger, but I see no alternative. Rest assured, we will not be far behind. And Drake, thank you. Alright. Here we go, saving everyone again. Wow, oh, it won't let me jump down here? Okay, that was really weird. It wouldn't let me jump down. There's a polar bear. They look friendly. The tracks continue to the north. The tracks continue to the north. The tracks continue to the north, if you can believe it. Wait, is he called a spineless heretic because you wait for everybody else to die first? Help somebody, help! Okay, no, never mind. That's why he's called the spineless heretic. Okay, we gotta follow the fleeing heretic. I'm gonna continue to throw things while he does that. Stay away from me. I actually probably shouldn't kill him. I might fail the mission. He do be running. We got footsteps we can follow, but... But I have to remember that while missions go on, I am not level 90 anymore. I am whatever the proper level for the mission is, for this part of the game would have been. So enemies will actually attack me and have a higher chance of killing me. So I need to respect them a little bit more. Alright. Oh, I want to kill the healer first. I forgot where I put all my stuff, that's why I was a little erratic there. No, I won't. Well, I like that I saved the spineless heretic for last. Nice.
Looking for me, I presume.
The child who glimpsed the truth.
No, it cannot be.
He cameth unto me, as didst thou, alike in gifts, yet set upon different paths.
He speaks true, warrior of light. Like you, I have been blessed with the echo. The visions terrified me at first. They came without warning. I wondered what I had done to deserve them. But I had no time to ponder such things, once the calamity came. The land turned against us, and in a matter of hours, Falcon's Nest was buried under 10 fulms of ice and snow. We had no choice but to flee for Ishgard. We came to the wall, and while we searched for a way through, there was an avalanche. And then I was alone. So I set forth for Dravania. I knew full well what might happen where I found. But I could not survive on my own. I was found, of course. And not by a mere dragon, but by the great worm Hraesvelgr. And it was then that I knew why I had been given this gift. For with it I heard his voice and saw the truth through his eyes. I was chosen to deliver this revelation to the people, to bring dragon and man together as they once were, and should ever be.
Killing civilians won't bring them together.
It wasn't supposed to be like that. You have to believe me. It was beyond my control. Children taught to fear the skies, who saw their loved ones slaughtered. Yet the Dravanians, though they know where the fault truly lies, fell upon them with such fury.
Men die, and their children forget. But we are everlasting. To us, then is as now. Thou canst not comprehend the violation, the outrage, the fury.
I will make this right. I am neither a saint nor a savior, just another sinner. Yet I will not forsake this cause. I cannot. I will see this cycle broken and peace restored. We can do naught else, for we are now as one.
Master Blyson, praise Alona you're alive. We came as swiftly as we could, but I see we were too late. So they were lurking in the cellar of this farmhouse. 'Tis a pity Lady Iceheart escaped, but we must not let that detract from your accomplishment. We have them on the run. You have dealt our foes a telling blow this day, my friend, and I shall see that your efforts are recognized. Establishing an outpost at so remote a location could not have been easy. Tenacious devils. Knights, be not proud. The knights have matters here well in hand. Let us return to Falcon's Nest and share our discoveries with Sir Redwald. Come, after tracking the heretics across moms of ice and snow, I would say you are to do a few hours' rest next to a warm fire. After we travel a few more yoms in snow. I'll say we've earned the flying. Let's see it from the sky, shall we? Not much to see in the blizzard, but, you know. Oh, you can get a good look at the statue that he's fixing. Lord Arturo, Master Blyson, full glad am I to see both of you hale and healthy. What news? You mean to say you hunted the heretics down on your own and slew them before reinforcements could arrive? By the Fury! I believe we have made great strides towards purging these lands of the heretics, and I mean to say as much when I deliver my report to my father in the Holy See. As will I, Lord Arturo. May it serve to remind our superiors that houses Durandare and Forton could accomplish through cooperation. Indeed, I trust you and your knights are content to handle the rest? We most certainly are, my lord. During your short time with us, you and Master Blyson have accomplished far more than I had thought possible. I cannot in good conscience impose upon you any longer. Pray, return to Ishgard with my thanks. As you wish, Sir Redwall. We thank you for your hospitality. Also, I am noticing that right as we're leaving, the sun decides to come out. It figures. The triumphant horns of Ishgard's theme never get old to me. Master Blyson, I should speak plain. From the first, I questioned your motives and your competence. Unjustly, I now realize. Rumors have a way of growing more fantastic as they spread, and quite frankly, those surrounding you beggar belief. But Hontrafant swore that all the stories were true. He championed your cause and begged Father to grant your patronage. And he dully listened, because for all his wisdom, he has never been able to say no to my dear half-brother, the legacy of my father's soul and discretion. Mother hated him, of course. Even on her deathbed, she refused to acknowledge him, and, to be honest, she was not alone in her feelings. And that is not the worst of it. At Camp Riversmeet, when we came upon the wounded knight, I knew immediately that one of us would have to pursue the heretics alone, an onerous task fraught with danger. And there you were, the savior of Eorzea and honored guest of House Forton, my new comrade in arms, Hontrafant's dear friend. I told myself it would be a test, but part of me hoped that you would fail. Yet you accepted the task without a word of protest, nor any sign of fear, and you dully tracked down the enemy, faced them alone, and lived to tell the tale. Plainly, Hontrafant had the right of it all along. That I doubted your strength bespeaks mine own weakness, but I will not doubt you again, Master Blyson. On that you have my word. So now we've done both of the brothers' duties. Divine intervention. Ah, Master Blyson, my lord the Count much desires to speak with you regarding your time with Lord Arturo and Lord Amenelaine, if you would remain here for a moment. Yeah, I gotta say, this, like, living room, foyer, whatever it is kind of odd. The geography of this house. Oh.
I cannot thank you enough for saving young Emanelaine's life. Aye, he told me everything. I've also received letters from both House Zamail and Durandare praising your conduct, and that of House Forton. You've won us much honor, my friend.
My lord!
What is it? Speak.
Pray forgive the intrusion, my lord, but I bring grave tidings. Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
What? Explain.
They were observed entering a tavern in the lower levels on some half-dozen occasions. There, it is claimed, they made a number of inquiries. Inquiries which brought them into contact with certain, elements. 'Twas this which prompted a Knight of the Heavenward to demand that they be questioned. Sir Grinno, my lord.
Sir Grinno is a brute. An exceedingly accomplished brute, but a brute nonetheless. Alas, he is also a son of House Zamail. How quickly we forget the petty nature of men. I'd wager your friends are no more than pawns in another of my countrymen's games. Such is the way of things between the high houses.
I'll be sure not to insult the architecture of his house in front of him. Though you have won the hearts and minds of many of my countrymen, there are those who will never be swayed, men who will dismiss your efforts and resent your successes, even as we celebrate them. 'Tis like that one member of House Zamail is manipulating Sir Grinno, for he is not a man to dabble in politics on his own volition. He may genuinely believe your friends to be guilty, though I am quite certain his masters know better. Yet the truth will avail us not if we cannot prove their innocence. You would do well to speak with Sir Aymeric and the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly. He will know more of these charges. They're near the bar, right? Yeah. It has been too long, Drake. Would that this visit came under happier circumstances. You are come to plead for Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru, I take it. Word of their detainment reached us while I was delivering my report on the Vanu Primal. Truly, I know not which is more ludicrous, these charges, or that flying feathered whale. That Sir Grinno, accusations are baseless, I have no doubt. Refuting them will be difficult, however, as he is a Knight of the Heavenward. I speak of the personal guard of the Archbishop, the 12 finest knights in all of Ishgard, sworn to serve his eminence alone. Suffice it to say, their testimony is unimpeachable, and I may not have the authority to challenge their actions. After all the Scions have done, routing the heretics and defeating Shiva, helping us to defend the steps of the faith and drive back the Dravanian horde, after proving themselves true allies on countless occasions, is there naught we can do? I fear there is but one path left for us. We must demand a trial by combat. But of course. In a trial of combat sanctioned by the Inquisition, the victor's claims is judged true regardless of the petitioner's standing. Under Ishgardian law, a trial by combat pits the accuser against the accused. In this instance, Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru would be expected to face Sir Grinno, and a second of his choosing, another Knight of the Heavenward most like. 2 of them? By the Fury, that can hardly be considered fair. Master Alphino's magical talents will not have gone unnoticed, meaning that he will have no choice but to participate. Mistress Tataru, on the other hand, is quite obviously bereft of martial skill, and should be afforded the right to name a champion to fight in her stead. Lest you doubt, I am ready and willing to serve in this capacity, as I am sure is Lord Harchfont. But all here present know that you are the most accomplished warrior among us, and mayhap in the realm at large. That is settled. I will visit Master Alphino at once and inform him of our intentions. Drake, meet me at the tribunal when you have made ready. Until then, my friend. Honchfont getting excited about the trial by combat is it's funny. How do we free our friends? We deck them in the schnoz. Listen carefully, Drake. When the trial begins, the petitioner will be asked to restate his charges, and the accused invited to respond. Then, in accordance with the law, they will be asked to restate their request for a trial by combat. Once the High Adjudicator acknowledges Mistress Tataru's right to name a champion, that is when you must make your entrance. Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on Sir Grino's face when he sees his true opponent. This will be priceless. More seriously, should you begin to lose heart, look to me in the stands, and I shall cheer you so loud you'll wonder how you could ever have contrived to doubt yourself. Now, are you ready? Everyone deserves a friend like Honchfont.
We are gathered here today under the watchful gaze of the Fury to ascertain the guilt of 2 souls in a trial by combat. Petitioners, step forward. Sir Grino, for the benefit of all here present, I would ask you to repeat the charges which you have leveled against this man and this woman.
I, Sir Grino de Zemile, brother of the Heavenward, did bear witness to these 2 foreigners consorting with heretics.
Let the accused step forward. Alphino Leveilleur, Tataru, you have heard the charges leveled against you. Will you take up arms to refute Sir Grino's claim, and thereby prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men?
I, Alphino Leveilleur, am innocent of this charge, and claim my right to trial by combat.
I, Tataru, am innocent of this charge, but I am no warrior and cannot fight. So, I claim the right to name a champion.
To the old and the infirm, the young and the weak, this right we allow. Very well. Who will stand for this woman?
Just as I was beginning to doubt the efficacy of the Ishgardian justice system. Come, my friend. Let us put an end to this mummer's farce.
Render unto us your judgment. Raise up the righteous, and cast down the wicked.
Well, who do we have here? This one is mine, Sir Grino. They're going too fast to read.
now. Down with you!
Oh, I didn't notice Alphinaud was in the chain. I mean, we won. The Fury has spoken. Alphinaud Olivier, Tataru Taru, you are hereby acquitted of all charges. Blessed are we who receive of her wisdom and see justice wrought by her divine hand. Petitioners, accused, go forth in peace. Delivered from an untimely demise yet again, my thanks as always. By the Fury, what a splendid victory! To see how you strove in the face of adversity, two brave young souls bound together by the poignant bonds of camaraderie. Why, it stirred me to the very depths of my soul. Having been treated as such a rousing spectacle, it seems only right that I present to you with a humble token of mine adoration. Pray receive of me this chocobo whistle. With it, you may summon a black chocobo, fully trained and ready to fly. Good, but we already have Foghorn. Magnificent, is she not? Strong yet sleek, elegant yet eager. What say you, Drake? Will you take her for your steed? Lord Honchefort, chocobos are prohibited in the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Halonic Inquisitive Doctrine. Your steed must remain outside. I like how Ishgardian's name stuff's so long. We're only going to do a couple more tonight, I think. It's going to be a while before I am able to, Okay. That stuff that doesn't matter with New Game Plus. Yeah, we can skip all this. But. Disclosure. Black chocobos are all well and good, but the true reward for your efforts is the exoneration of your comrades. They shall be released upon the completion of certain minor formalities, which I mean to see to personally. In the meantime, pray return to the Fortune Manor. The Count has done so already, and will doubtless be eager to discuss the day's events. Halone smiles on us yet again, Master Blyson, guiding you to victory and setting your comrades free. I confess, I did fear for your safety, which is not to say I doubted your prowess, you understand. I merely know the strength of your opponents. Do you have a habit of exceeding my expectations? Busting two of the Heavenward while the city's elite looked on? By the Fury, anyone who hasn't been paying attention to you will surely do so from now on. My lord. We have received a message from the vault. His Eminence, the Archbishop, requires the presence of Master Blyson. An invitation from the Archbishop? What an honor. A personal summons is indeed a great honor, and given recent events, you would be wise not to delay. Go, Master Blyson. We shall speak anon. A priest will be waiting for you outside the vault. Identify yourself to him, and he will escort you inside. It's just the vault is just a quick run this way. Go into first person for a second, just to look at it. We are honored to receive you, Master Blyson. This way, please. Y'all ready for a lore dump?
Your Eminence, it is my honor to present to you the Warrior of Light.
I have heard the tales of your many grand endeavors. The Lord Commander has also been most effusive in his praise. I am Thorin VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, and I bade you come here that I might offer my personal apologies. You will forgive me for not calling upon you as courtesy would dictate. But, as you can see, my more sprightly days are long behind me. But I digress. Your companions were wrongly accused of heresy and subjected to gross indignities. This, I am sorry to say, was the result of negligence on the part of our nation's protectors. Negligence born of an excess of zeal. Is that not so, Sir Zephyrin?
Yes, Your Eminence. Regrettably, it would appear that we of the Heavenward were in receipt of erroneous information. Sir Grinno has ever been headstrong. He pressed charges before the truth had been ascertained, for which I most sincerely apologize.
An unfortunate misunderstanding born of an earnest desire to serve Ishgard, but one which should never have occurred. For who could doubt the character of those who bested Shiva and drove the Horde from the steps of faith? Not I. That much is certain. That will be all, Sir Zephyrin. I would speak with our guest in private.
Your Eminence? As you wish, Your Eminence. That will be all for today.
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my position. Now, tell me, young man, what do you know of the Asians? Much and more, I shouldn't wonder, being the bringer of light. You should know that I myself have met with them, have entertained them as guests, even. Those harbingers of chaos and strife offered us power, that we might continue our war against the dragons. I have no intention of aiding their cause, of course, nor less of being their puppet. Yet, were I to refuse them outright, I should learn naught of their true objectives and remain powerless to stop them. Thus have I hearkened to their words with interest and paid lip service to their beliefs, biding my time and preparing for the inevitable conflict. And why do I tell you this? Because there is naught in this world they fear more than the power of the Warrior of Light. If we are to rid ourselves of these vile interlopers, we must needs work together. With our combined strength, I have faith that we can wrest Eorzea from their grasp and pave the way for a lasting peace. Think on it.
So I thought we were going into another scene there. And yes, he is basically the Pope.
There you are. I confess, I was more than a little concerned when I learned that you had been summoned to the vault. What did they want with you? Well, well. A formal apology and an admonishment of those responsible. I see my fears were wholly misplaced. By the gods! The Archbishop freely admits to consorting with Ascians. So, their ambitions extend to Ishgard as well. We will have new primals to contend with ere long, of that you may be certain. 'Tis but a matter of time. Yet shorn of the support of our missing allies, what can we realistically hope to achieve?
In the midst of all the excitement, I completely forgot to tell you. When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor. General Rauburn is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate!
If the Flame General dies, we will lose a staunch ally, and the one man capable of holding the Sultana's assassins to account. Lord Orshafon was wise to counsel restraint, but this business will brook no delay. We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Rauburn.
And that seems like an actual good cliffhanger to leave on, to save General Rauburn in the next time. So I will see you guys then. Stay awesome.